Mogadishu, Somalia, 1993. In the early 1990s, Somalia was a country without a central government. After the fall of Siad Barre's regime, the nation fractured into a network of armed clans, local militias, and warlords. Civilians were left trapped between famine, instability, and widespread violence. The international community intervened with a humanitarian mission. The initial objective was simple: ensure the delivery of aid. On the ground, however, the reality was far more complex. Among the figures who emerged from the chaos was Mohammed Farah ID, leader of a powerful armed faction. His militias controlled large areas of the capital. For international forces, ID became a critical concern. He obstructed humanitarian operations and openly challenged the presence of the United Nations. In 1993, the United States launched a focused operation. Its codename was Operation Gothic Serpent. This was not an invasion. It was not an occupation. The objective was precise: capture key members of ID's organization in order to weaken its command structure. The forces involved were elite units, U.S. Army Rangers and Delta Force. Units trained for rapid, high-precision, time-limited operations. The plan was designed to be brief: air insertion, capture, extraction.
But Mogadishu was not a neutral environment. It was a dense, irregular, watchful urban landscape. Narrow streets, low-rise buildings, every window a potential observation point. On the 3rd of October, 1993, the operation began. From above, helicopters followed predetermined flight paths. On the ground, teams moved quickly toward the designated target. For the first few minutes, the plan appeared to be working. Then the situation changed. The presence of American forces was noticed almost immediately. Communication among local militias was rapid. The city reacted. Within a short time, the streets began to fill, not with a conventional army, but with a spontaneous, decentralized resistance, unpredictable by nature. When a helicopter was hit and went down, the operation entered a new phase. Unplanned, unanticipated. The priorities shifted. No longer capture, now survival. Now the recovery of personnel on the ground. A second helicopter crashed shortly afterward. Teams found themselves isolated, surrounded, forced to defend improvised positions inside a city they did not control. Time became the decisive factor. Every minute increased the pressure. Every movement required absolute coordination. Night fell over Mogadishu. In the darkness, visibility dropped. Communications became more difficult. Fatigue set in. 4 hours, the forces engaged held their ground while waiting for reinforcements, not to advance, but simply to endure. When international support finally arrived, the objective was clear: extract the survivors. It was not a victory. It was not a defeat in the traditional sense. It was a forced conclusion. The operation ended the following day. The losses were significant. The human cost was high. Images and accounts of the urban battle spread rapidly around the world. In the years that followed, Operation Gothic Serpent would be remembered by another name, a name absent from official documents, but embedded in public memory: Black Hawk Down. Not because of the original plan, but because of what happened when that plan met reality. Mogadishu, 1993, became a turning point. It changed how urban military operations were studied. It altered the relationship between intervention and local context. It reshaped perceptions of risk. This is not only the story of a mission, it is the story of a city, of a historical moment, and of how, in war, even the most carefully planned operations can be rewritten by the ground itself. The mission was over, but its consequences were only beginning. Operation Gothic Serpent did not end with a decisive capture. It ended with lessons, costly ones. In the days that followed, the images from Mogadishu traveled faster than any report. They reshaped public opinion, political decisions, and military doctrine. For the United States and its allies, the operation marked a turning point. Urban warfare was no longer theoretical. It was real, complex, and unforgiving. Future missions would be planned differently. Rules of engagement were re-examined. Risk assessment became stricter. The cost of intervention was measured not only in objectives achieved, but in human lives exposed. For Somalia, the conflict did not end that day. The city returned to its fragile routine: carrying the weight of another chapter written in its streets.